Hi divas, I'm coming to you guys today with the red smoky eye inspired by Black China. I did my eyebrows and I did my eyebrows off camera and prime my eyelids with concealer off camera as well, as you can see. And I'm going in with this matte lipstick by Profusion. I'm going to set my eyelids first using setting powder because I don't want my eyelids to get too oily. I have oily skin naturally, so I set the concealer. I'm placing the matte lipstick on my eyelid, not putting it above my crease, of course. I just want a little bit to be able to spread out and set with a red eyeshadow. So going in with this Wet n Wild flat cut crease brush, I'm going to spread out some of that lipstick. I really want my eyeshadow to be very, very red. That's why I use the lipstick first. In this video, I am talking to my brother and my daughter, so I had to do a voiceover. I'm using this fluffy eco brush, and that is a birthday cake palette. I got it from my local drugstore. The brand is New York. I mean, sorry. I think Nicki, something like that. New York, Nicki. But yeah, it's a birthday cake palette, and it's a red. I will put the name in the description below. But pretty much, I'm just placing that red on top of the lipstick so that the lipstick can be set and very, very red. I am going to add a little twist to this Black China look. As of right now, I'm just packing on the red, and I'm going in with this Wet n Wild brush as well. I think the Eco brush was not fluffy enough, so because I was wanting to I wanted to blend it out more, so I went in with the Wet n Wild fluffy brush, using that same red. Yeah, my nail look a little funky, like I was breaking them off because I don't supposed to have them at work. So, excuse my nail, and I end up painting one of them white, which looks very cheesy, but I'm sorry. I try not to have them on camera, but right now I'm just blending out that red and packing more on at the same time. Yeah. So I am using this brush. It is like um it's like I want to say like an eyebrow brush, but it's not. It's like an unknown brand. And I'm taking this gold shimmer shade that I have. My auntie, she passed away, rest her soul, purchased this off Wish for me. It's from China, so I don't know the name of it, but it is very sparkly and shiny, and I really likes it. I'm actually gonna try it with a different look too. Now that I'm looking at it, I will try it doing a cut crease with it later, in another tutorial. And I'm taking my NYX MAC liquid liner and putting a wing line on it. Now, the Black China look doesn't really come with a wing liner, but I feel like I'm not complete without a wing liner. So yes, I am going to put one there, and I did added the gold in the corner of my eyes to put a little twist on it. And yes, I do have a stocking cap. I know you guys probably like, oh my gosh, she has a whole wig off. But yeah, I'm gonna put it on at the end, and it's gonna look pretty. You guys gonna see it at the end. But yes, right now I'm just making sure my wing line is straight and try to make it as perfect as possible, but they never come out the same for some reason. Or I try though. I try. I actually went in with a gel liner as well. And like I said, excuse my nails, they are really cheesy, but I was in the middle of taking them off because I'm not supposed to have them at work, and kind of poked myself in the eye. Talking to my daughter and brother, as you can see. But I ended up moving my mirror closer so I could see my face better. But yeah, my daughter was asking me a lot of questions, and my brother was very, very loud. So I really did have to really do a voiceover. But I'm only doing a gel liner because even though the liquid liner gave me a matte look, I wanted to be like more matte, and in any spots that I missed um or closer to my eyebrows, not eyebrows, sorry, my eyelashes as possible. And I want to get in that corner as well. I want my eye to look as much as like an almond shape as possible. Um, Seeing how I've had the hooded eyes, and not only do I have hooded eyes, but they droop down. So I have to do a lot to make them slant. Well, not a lot, but this technique. I got a little frustrated with the gel liner, so I went and got a black pencil instead. Just get the job done. But I went as far as I could over to the corner, as you can see, and went back around. And as you can see, you could tell the difference. I have a more almond shape, and it looks more slanted up. Fast forwarding to both eyes are completely wing lined, and the liners on both of them going straight to my foundation, and that is deep golden, my Maybelline. I'm going to place this on my face. First is the exact same color as me. And I'm adjusting my camera. And then cleaning up my eyebrow a little bit with it too. I normally do 3 different shades. As you can see, I put concealer already on my cheekbones under my eyes. It's not even 2 shades lighter than me. It's really almost the same color as me as well. And this is chestnut and melon. Sorry, I get this the name wrong on this all the time. Chestnut and millennium. But yeah, it's basically foundation concealer all in one. But it's a little lighter than me, which is perfect because I could blend it all in at once. And that's what I normally do to make the perfect shade of me. And you will see that once I blend it out, it oh, there's my third shade. This is Urban Decay, and Urban Decay is a very nice product. I pulled that thing off the foundation because it's like a little piece that connects from the top and the inside, but it was nothing major. I just wanted my under eyes to be like, I don't want anything to show. I wanted a lot of coverage under my eyes, but I didn't put too much under my eyes. And I wanted to be lighter than the rest of my skin tone. So yeah. And that Urban Decay definitely did a full coverage on my under eyes. And as I'm blending it out, you can see that that is all pretty much the same color as me, except where I put the Urban Decay at. As I'm buffing it out more and more, to blend it out, I'm losing some of my eyebrows, so I had to draw them back on. Drawing them back on to try to, because after you put your foundation on, sometimes you do lose your eyebrows, and you definitely want to place them back because you don't want that to show in your picture. And as you see, again, I am getting very oily again, but I'm going to buff it out just a little bit more, and then I'm going to put the satin powder in. Oh, I'm putting more eyebrow on. Buffing it out some more. Making sure it's all blended in good. And under my neck. And I went under my eyes with that same red to smoke out my bottom lash line. I did the other eye as well. With the same brush that I use for that shimmer gold in the corner of my eye. I use that same brush to put the red underneath my lash line. I really wanted to pop. I'm talking to my brother right now. So, just kind of ignoring my mouth moving. Had to speed this video up a little bit faster because it was pretty slow by me talking. And I'm using the luxury banana powder to set my face. And that is a Real Technique brush. I think it's a buffing brush, if I'm not mistaken. But it's the Real Technique. Real Technique is are really nice brushes. Really nice. Like, as many as time I washed them, and as long as I had them, they have not shedded on me, not once. Oh, no, I'm using Maybelline mineral powder. I do apologize to that. I normally use the banana powder, but I end up getting something different, something a little medium tone to my skin color. And I love the Black Radiance palette. I'm going in with my Black Radiant palette. And this is for medium to deep, which is not my shade. So I'm actually using the highlight um, highlight part to contour, and then I'm going to use some of the contour to contour as well, but not too much. I don't want it too dark. As you can see, made it a little too dark, so I'm buffing it out as much as I possibly can. And the same thing I did on one eye. Sorry. Same thing I did on one cheek, I have to do it to the other cheek. I'm going around my forehead area to also give it a contoured look, spreading it out and buffing my cheekbones. Like I said, that deep to dark, dark to deep was a little too dark for me, but I wanted my contour to be a little more, a little more darker. But I'm putting setting powder along my jawline to set the rest of my face, and also to give it that high cheekbone look. Yes. So my chin and my jawline is still set. I'm dusting off the rest of the setting powder that I've already placed down on my nose and under eye, forehead. This setting powder melted somewhat in my skin, so I'm pressing it in and also dusting it off at the same time so that the makeup is set. And I'm contouring my nose with that same deep color that I contour on my jawline with. I just placed a little bit there because it doesn't take much, because it is really a deep, dark color. And I'm spreading it out and making sure it touch my, I'm going to make sure it go up to my eyebrow, down to, all the way down to my tip of my nose. Yep. But I'm also using that Black Radiance palette, and I'm using the middle shade instead of the contouring shade so that it won't be as dark. Okay, now dusting off my jawline. I'm not just dusting it off, I'm also pressing it in so that it could blend somewhat into my skin and also give my jawline that faded look versus, as I call it, a dirt spot look. I don't want the dirt spot look. So now I'm putting, this is by Maybelline Fit. It is, I think it's in the shade Coconut. I'm going along my jawline and pressing in powder, foundation, and blending it also in my, into my contour so that it'll be blended and faded in. As you can see, I'm also going to take that same foundation powder and go under my eyes with it. I'm just making sure everything is blended. I'm going across my forehead with all my highlighted areas. I'm going to use this Maybelline Coconut Shade powder. So after I set it with the powder, with the Maybelline setting powder, I'm also setting it with the foundation powder as well. and going up as far as I could up to my nose, so that that dark line that you see that I used to contour my nose with, I went up far as I could to the dark line so that it can also blend in as well. If you get what I'm saying, I don't know if I'm making sense, but as you can see, that dark line died down a lot because that is blended closely. Like you see how my jawline is, it's blended, but I wanted it to stick out a little bit. But as you can see, my nose is the black line is not black line, but the brown line is still there. It's just when I put that lighter color with it, it blended out just right. And now I'm using the setting powder by NYX to set my face, going in with a brown pencil to outline my lips. While that setting powder dries, I am using a matte purple lipstick. I actually got this from Dollar Tree, and it is awesome. It's called Rose. Don't judge me. But I really think it's cool because it's really matte, it's dry, and it's really a full color. Like, I feel like for it to come from Dollar Tree, that it was definitely a good sale. And it's definitely, I will buy all colors because it's matte. For one, I love matte. But the brown wasn't deep enough for me. So that would make me, I didn't want to use black. So now I'm going in with the Profusion lipstick that I put on my eyelid. And I wanted an ombre effect look. So they're both matte lipstick. And they're both matte lipsticks. And I wanted to make an ombre effect, but I didn't want it to look like an Auntie Brenda or something. No offense to anybody that's watching name Brenda, that's Auntie, but my Aunt Brenda used to wear red lipstick and purple lipstick all the time, and I didn't want it to, yeah, I don't know. I say that all the time, sorry. But yeah, and I'm going in with a topper. It's a sparkly topper. It's a red sparkly topper to give my lips some gloss and shine at the same time. Ooh, those lips are popping. And I went back in with a little bit more of that matte purple shade. And kind of messed up my ombre look, but I'm going back in with the Profusion now. So I should have just left it alone after putting on the topper, but I didn't. So I put too much. As you can see, I said I put too much. And my brother said how pretty I am. And I had to get some of that. I had to get some of that lipstick off my teeth because I had put too much on. So I didn't like how it turned out after all. So I don't want it to look too clownish. So I put in this matte lipstick. It's in a shade pink passion. And so I put that in the middle of my lips so to make a more ombre effect. So we have a dark red and then we have a light pink. So it definitely made a difference and toned down that red some. And I like it. I'm taking my eyelash glue and putting on my lashes from, I wonder who lashes this is. I want to say Tanisha. Let's make sure. Yep, I think those are from Tanisha. She's Tanisha. Her name is Tanisha's on Facebook. I forgot her name. I believe it's Johnson. Not sure, but I'm sorry, Tanisha. But I will definitely tag your name into the once I share this on Facebook, and definitely tag your name. As if she's still online. I think she's deactivated, but maybe not. Not sure. Okay, maybe I was a little moving too fast and put the eyelash on too fast, but it's on there. And that eyelash glue is so awesome. It dries so fast. But my second eye normally goes better than my first eye. My first eye normally giving me a hassle. But the second eye is gonna be just as easy as can be. Always does. Now for my second lash. Putting the glue on. At this point, I grab my mirror because I'm like, okay, something had to go on with that lash to where I was like, I know not to do that again. But I tend to make mistakes during my makeup, so I am not a pro just yet, but I'm getting there. So, yep, I had to lift up my eye. I will look down in the mirror while my eyelid is up. That's what I did. And I just readjusted the second one. Well, the first one that I did. Because the second one, it was, see how it's perfect. But my first one is a little lower than it's supposed to be. So I had to readjust that one. See those lips, girl? Them lips are so luscious. And now, since my finishing powder has dried, I am going into that deep, dark Red Black Radiance palette. And I'm using a brush. It's a foundation brush from my local jewelry store, but it's too fluffy to be a foundation brush, so I use it for my highlighting and my blush. I'm going in and highlighting my Cupid's bow and my nose, tip of my nose. I want my nose to appear as pointy as possible. Then I'm doing a little blush. It's from New York, or Nicka Kiss, as well as the same as the birthday cake palette. They're from the same company, and they're also drugstore as well. And I'm using that same brush I highlighted with to put my blush on as well. So this is the final look. I hope y'all guys enjoy this video. And please watch, like, subscribe, and comment.